Welcome back, everyone, and today we're going to be talking about my games tier list. Before we get into it completely, I just want to say this video may contain spoilers for the following games, so if you intend on playing these games for yourself, go ahead and do so before you watch this video. I know y'all voted for How My Boyfriend and I Met, but unfortunately that one is going to take a good long while for me to finish, so I decided to make this one in the meantime. So, yours truly is into a variety of games like horror games, adventure games, shooter games, mystery games, and a whole lot of other ones. But I'm going to be sharing my favorite games of all time, starting off with my third favorite one, Minecraft. It was one of the first ever games I played and still is one of my favorites to this day, and I'd be awfully shocked if you didn't know what this game is. A brief summary of Minecraft: it's a game made up of blocks, creatures, and community with a range of things you can potentially do with it. You can build your own house in whatever style you can with your array of blocks of your liking, or even play a wide range of servers that other players have made, such as Mineplex, which is really popular back when I played it, as well as one that I remain unsure if it survived, Hypixel. Minecraft has a variety of options to choose from, and if you're one who likes to just survive, max out your experience on a game before closing it, or simply enjoy the alternative games that players have created, such as Block Hunt or even variations of Hunger Games, it's a great game to play. My second favorite game has to be Detroit Become Human. Created in 2018, Detroit Become Human became wildly popular for its storytelling, decision making, as well as its ability to spike empathy towards its playable characters, Connor, Kara, and Marcus. This game takes place in the year 2038, where humanity has created what they call androids, human-like realistic robots that are meant to serve them in daily life chores or even be caregivers to children or the elderly. It slowly becomes apparent that all three characters slowly becoming aware of their surroundings or their situation as they turn into deviants, androids that have awakened a human-like consciousness and are able to feel emotions such as happiness, fear, or anger. As each of these stories progress, you must make the choice of having Marcus liberate the rest of the androids, freeing Kara and her adoptive daughter, who also turns out to be an android, Alice, as well as letting Connor embrace becoming a deviant. All of these will ultimately end up colliding into one final ending in the same city and universe, and determine what kind of reality they live in. My favorite feature of this game, however, has to be when the android from the main screen, Chloe, becomes a deviant and asks you to let her go. This question, I feel, was to make sure if you truly understood the game and what it was trying to tell you. Moving on to my top favorite game that I enjoy playing over and over is an indie adventure game called Gris. This game talks about the death of a loved one, so if this is not something you want to hear about, I suggest clicking out of the video right now. Fair warning. Gris, who we assume is the main character of the game, is found to be singing at the beginning in the hands of a statue shaped like a woman. As they are singing in unison, her voice suddenly gives out, and as this happens, the statue begins to crumble and break until Gris, attempting to hold onto the statue tightly, begins to plummet to the unknown depths below her. After this happens, you lead Gris through what appears to be the stages of grief painted by a variety of colors, starting with the gray zone, denial, colorless and in disarray. And then in the red zone, anger, ruins plagued by a raging spontaneous sandstorm, The Forest Zone, Bargaining, a beautiful and ensnaring forest with tiny creatures. The Ocean Zone, Depression, an aquatic temple full of mesmerizing sea creatures and plants. The End Zone, Acceptance, rebuilding the statue, and letting go of the one Greece has lost. This is one of the most beautiful games that I've ever played, as it deeply resonated with me. And if you do not know, even though I've mentioned this in the server and in my other social medias, I lost my dad years ago, and the guilt of never having got to spend enough time with him, much less know him, still walks with me. So seeing a game representing the grief of losing a loved one, even though I didn't get to know him, still spoke to me in the representation of loss. And I'm sure thousands of other people who have played this game after having gone through this experience were just as moved as I was. If you want a game truly worth your time, or even want to experience the adventure that could possibly captivate you, I highly recommend this game. Well, that's all from me, so if you have any other games that are similar to these or unique, recommend them to me if you'd like me to review them. That's all from me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye! God, I always start crying at the end of this ending.